basically said that the Lord basically left them in the land to prove them.
Psalms 106 and 37. Yeah, they sacrificed their sons and daughters unto devils and shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and of their daughters, whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Canaan. And the land was polluted with blood. Thus were they defiled with their own works and went a whoring with their own inventions.
That's talking about our people that still went after that with the king. The people in the land of Canaan, the idols of Canaan.
Go to Judges 2. Judges 2 and 21.
This is the book of Judges, chapter 2, verse 21. I also will not henceforth drive out any I'll read it again. I also will not henceforth drive out any from before them of the nations which Joshua left when he died, that through them I may prove Israel.
That through them I may prove Israel.
I will not drive them out.
I'm gonna let them linger in y'all land just to see what y'all gonna do. Even though I gave y'all specific instruction. You know.
And that's why by the time the northern kingdom left out of Assyria, they was like, hey, we ain't ever been able to be proven properly. Let's go where no one's around to coerce us to doing no other shit. And they still fell when they got over here to the Americans.
That's true.
Okay.
That through them I may prove Israel, whether they will keep the way of the Lord to walk therein, as their fathers did keep it, or not.
There it is. Just to see if you're gonna keep the way of your fathers, man.
And it's like us now. We have to still keep this way no matter what's going on in the world. We gotta still, the Lord is trying us like He tried our people, leaving us in the world, but not being of the world.
Yeah, exactly.
That we have to be in His righteous way, which is in the Spirit.
That's right. Real quick, this is Psalms 10. It's a lot.
That one presumption is early.
This is Psalms chapter 106 and 35. It says, I'm gonna start at 34, and it says, Salakia. Here it is. Psalms 106 and 34. It says, they did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord commanded them, but were mingled among the heathen and learned their works. And they served their idols, which were a snare unto them. Yet they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils, and shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and of their daughters, whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Canaan, and the land was polluted with blood.
Which was the one that you read? Brought it up. That one.
That was that same. Hey, that's a spirit, man. You know. So that's why the Lord gave us the instruction: don't make no covenant with them. Don't be given into marriage with them. No, take all of them out and don't leave no images. Because that would become a snare unto you, a stumbling block. You know? Go ahead.
This back in Wisdom of Solomon 12, and this is 6. With their priests out of the midst of their idolatrous crew, and the parents that kill with their own hands, souls destitute of help, that the land which thou esteemest above all other might receive a worthy colonies of Yahweh's children. Nevertheless, even those thou sparedest as men, and did send wasps, forerunners of thine host, to destroy them by little and little. Not that thou wast unable to bring the ungodly under the hand of the unrighteous in battle, or to destroy them at once with cruel beasts, or with one rough word, but executing thy judgments upon them by little and little. Thou gavest them place of repentance, not being ignorant that they were a naughty generation, and that their malice was bred in them, and that their cogitation cogitation, C-O-G. Yeah, and that their cogitation would never be changed. For it was a cursed seed from the beginning. Neither
Cursed from the start. Going back to when Noah cursed Canaan. Ham. Which it trickled down to Canaan. You know? Go ahead.
For it was a cursed seed from the beginning, neither didst thou fear, it's like, neither did thou for fear of any man give them pardon for those things wherein they sinned. For who shall say, what hast thou done? Or who shall withstand thy judgment? Or who shall accuse thee for the nations that perish, whom thou hast made? Or who shall come to stand against thee to be revenged for the unrighteous men? For neither is there any power, but thou that carest for all, to whom thou mightest show that thy judgment is not upright. It's like that thy judgment is not unright.
Yeah, and that's it. You know, the Lord, he destroyed them, and you can't say he was unrighteous for doing that. Them was some wicked ass people, man. They was very vile. They was sick as hell, man. You know, but Esau, he's if not more, he's more sick. Esau is even more sicker than that, man, because Esau mastered that, and he allows it. He gives credence to do it.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't care. So that's why we gotta be liberated from under this devil, man. You know.
So real quick, just going into a little bit of the genealogy of Ham in Genesis 10, which is also considered the Table of Nations. It tells you about the land that he was given, just to show this is a good place to reference when you see some of the names of the people that's in certain lands. You can find out what tribe they came from, or what forefather from Ham, Shem, and Japheth. They can trace their lineage back, basically. Right? But this says, I'm going to go straight to the point. Verse 15, it says, and Canaan begat Sidon, his firstborn, and Heth. Now, it says Canaan was actually a son of Ham.
Yeah.
Exactly, son, not it didn't say grandson, it was son.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Amalek, the grandson of
Right. Yeah, he have Ham had four sons.
Yeah. It says, it says, and the Jebusite, you hear these names, right? We do that when we're in the land of Canaan, we hear these names. And the Amorite, and the Girgashite, and the Hivite, and the Archite, and the Sinite, and the Arudamite, and the Zimmerite, and the Hamathite. Yep. And afterward were the families of the Canaanites spread abroad. And the border of the Canaanites was from Sidon, as thou comest to Gerar, unto Gaza, which we know the Gaza Strip is where? The land of Israel. Showing that was the land of Canaan, which we now possess. Right? It says, as thou goest unto Sodom and Gomorrah, and Adamah, and Zeboim, even unto Lasha. These are
some of those cities got destroyed when he rained that fire and brimstone on us.
Right. He cleared that area out, and he gave us to go conquer the other areas that were the land of Canaan. That's why they explain the different lands that Canaan had right there, because it would come into play later. And that doesn't say we went and took these cities over, but it does when you go in the time of the conqueror. This is back in Genesis 10 talking about things that are happening way in Joshua and Judges. That was the point. When, just to show that land is the land that we took. Some of those same names of those areas, and that's what I was thinking about Abram. He went to certain places when he was sojourning there, when they left out of lands he was in and went into Canaan, when he took Lot with him and Sarah. So the Most High had put these pieces on the chessboard that would later be integral positions in the earth that we would go and have establishments.
Yeah, like Egypt.
Like Egypt. He went down to Egypt because there was a famine there.
Joseph.
Yep.
He was sold off.
Exactly.
Mythosarium.
All these things kept coming back around. areas of familiarity are coming back.
Genesis 28:6. And when Esau saw that Isaac had blessed Jacob and sent him away to Padanaram to take him a wife from thence, and that as he blessed him, he gave him a charge, saying, Thou shalt not take a wife of the daughters of Canaan. And that Jacob obeyed his father and his mother and was going to Padanaram, and Esau, seeing that the daughters of Canaan pleased not Isaac his father.
But what did Esau do? He still went and got one. But he just like Cain, he just can't do right. It's rebellious.
It's funny because, we used to make jokes back in the day. He was trying to pick the blackest motherfucker on the planet to try to get his pigment back. But he knew he was off.
She had to get a filthy ass hammer to
Got the
Esau
nasty
too.
ones, bro.
Filthy.
But hey, he due to his nature, he shares something in common with her ass, man. They're beasts. And get that in Ecclesiastes 3. Apparently Esau found that attractive because he's a beast himself.
I seen the article. Them Hamites, they fucking take like razor blades and shit and slice up their fucking forehead all the way back to make it look like braids. It's like, what the
They
fuck?
do all that shit like the J-Cat and
Black Panther.
what is this shit? Black Panther. Yeah.
Plate lip.
Yeah.
We was watching the Most Extreme, last night. Yeah. Bro, and they said that the daughters, they put wires in their bottom lip. They cut their bottom lip and then they put a wire in it to when they get older, that they get the bottom row of their teeth knocked out. They put a plate in there, bro.
Yeah.
And they make them, they have the breeds and make them net longer and shit.
Don't
Like
they
Hey,
circumcise their women?
That's where those gauges come from them same tribes, the Hamites. They have them old droopy ass,
them
because they put them big ass
loops in the ear.
things in their plates and shit in their ear.
tattoos.
Tattoos, all that came from that nasty. But look at the customs.
It came from Egypt.
But look, I was about to say, but look at all the customs that's America's now promoting or perpetuating in this country.
Our people are the biggest ones in it.
Makeup goes back to Egypt. Mascara and all that goes back to Egypt.
Even the men was wearing.
Yeah.
Mainly the men.
Yeah.
That's why Polite
Whole
had
light
all that.
and Young Pharaoh, they got that shit.
Them niggas deep.
It's supposed to be the eye of Horus, but it's really supposed to be the shape of the pineal gland in the brain.
Right.
It's crazy, man.
That's what they're
Idol,
enlightened.
go back to idol worship. They even in Egypt, they used to use crocodile shit as a birth control.
What?
Yeah,
They would eat
crocodile
it?
dung for
Yeah, they would
actual-
put it up in the woman's
Oh yeah?
Yeah, in her womb for birth control. So they did a lot of sick ass shit, man.
I bet none of them Kemet niggas would do that shit.
Hell no. How many of them go circumcise their woman?
Yeah.
Abortions, you get that from Egypt.
to figure out his work.
Funny to figure out his work. He was no, but he was in
Yeah, 03.
So yeah, get Ecclesiastes 3. 3 and 14. I mean, not 14, I think it's 18.
Yeah, that moved further down.
18.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 18. I said in my heart concerning the estate of the sons of men that the Most High Yahweh might manifest it, and that they might see that they themselves are beasts.
That they themselves are beasts. You know what a beast, the nature of a beast is, I'm gonna do whatever's appealing to my flesh, I'm gonna do it. And there is no reason with a beast either.
Animalistic type of
Yeah.
behavior,
You know, just very, they act off of impulse, they,
They're not domesticated either. They're just brute.
just brute. You know?
The Most High, he gave us